What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Cocteau Twins as we continue through and reach the proper end of Love's Easy Tears EP 1986. Thank you, as always, to Han Solo for sharing the Cocteau catalog, as well as to Doug, who shared Treasure. But once again, there is one additional bonus tune in here, so we'll do that one next time. But the last proper track on the EP is Sigh's, what is it again? Sigh's Smell of Farewell. Again, there's an alliterative poetry to the line, but also an opacity. And given what I have experienced with the Cocteau catalog, I'm not necessarily expecting any clear, distinct narrative or scene painting. In fact, there was someone who commented on one of my older Cocteau reactions a couple times in recent weeks, and the essence of their comment was like, didn't anyone tell you, like, you shouldn't spend time thinking about the lyrics? Like, just listen to the vocals and the sounds and, forget thinking about the lyrics. So I can't help it. I see phrases. This is always how I've interacted with music, at least music with lyrics and vocals. But yes, nevertheless, I do get the point that more so than some other bands, storytelling and or the essence of lyrics is not so much the point with Cocteau Twins. In any case, let's see what I can pick up on first hearing. This is Cocteau Twins. The song is Sigh's Smell of Farewell, and it's the last proper track on their 1986 EP, Love's Easy Tears. sudden ending there, I was very much entranced. Another tune of theirs that has this cyclical flowing feel to it, though in this case it was sort of like the sounds were cycling but also sort of rising and falling. Overall it had a bit of a bright, dreamy feel, and the vocals definitely layered and polyphonic, and a couple different singing styles, meaning there was like that lead vocal, although even that, it was like multiple Elizabeth lines, but then she also was doing this kind of heightened, I don't know, like fairy like vocalization, and that also was like offset against the other vocal lines. So yeah, definitely a dynamic and maybe not dense, but certainly multifaceted song, and one that just felt rich and warm. I mean, I guess, the best I can think of in terms of the title is that there's a bit of a farewell feeling in it, and, to like sigh as this feeling of kind of warm, dreamy contentment or something like that. Maybe there's something there. But either way, a very lush and beautiful tune, and another one that has a bit of that dreamy psychedelic vibe. Maybe not quite as much as some of the others on previous albums, but yeah, definitely a bit of that here. So, as I said, we've got one more tune to go in this folder. Thank you again to Han Solo. Let me know what you think of this, and I will see you next time. Peace.